we got a crazy one for you today. So I don't know if you guys have seen this meme going around. Who are these little boys? And again, there was an AOC video, if I can find it later, trying to badmouth Elon and how unintelligent of a billionaire he must be. Yeah, the richest man in the world is unintelligent. And if you watch her video, which I recommend you do, she can't even really form a sentence because the dishwasher's trying to tell these people that they're not smart. I think that's what she did. Dishwasher, bartender, something. She has about the credentials of a wet mop, but neither here nor there. Let's go over this meme. So, for those of you guys who don't know, these are 4 employees in Elon's DOGE, and they're being accused that because they're 19 to 22 or 23 years old, that they are very unintelligent and apparently can't look for obvious fraud or read federal balance sheets or read tax returns or read financial statements of any kind. They must be very stupid. So what I did was I decided to AI Google search all of these 4 just to go over this meme. And the first thing I want to say before we get into this is I want to be honest. Now, this might seem like stereotyping. This may seem slightly racist. Okay. But you're telling me this guy and this guy aren't good at math? Come on, man. Come on, look at him. Look at him. He knows math. Come on now. But why take my word for it? Let's start at the beginning. Mr. Akash Baba. Let us look at Mr. Akash. Mr. Akash interned at Meta, has interned at Bridgewater Associates, focused on investment engineering. Oh man, this is my favorite part. This guy is basically, where was the thing I found where he did? So he was at UC Berkeley, probably a pretty shitty school from what I'm told. Interned at, now obviously works for DOGE, has top level security clearance, which is funny. I get that part. I get why they don't like that part. But basically, guys, here you go. So some view his genius engineer set to revolutionize government efficiency, while others express concerns about security implications of his role. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. This guy has been publicly praised for his coding abilities. He rewrote an entire project overnight after a code base was accidentally deleted, showcasing his problem solving. So hang on. Let's go back. So the first guy can rewrite code projects overnight, but can't find discrepancies in spending or errors. Okay. Let's move on to Luke. This one's my favorite. Mr. Luke, 23-year-old engineer. In 2024, Ferreter was one of the co-winners of the Vesuvius Challenge, where he used artificial intelligence to decipher text from a 2,000-year-old charred papyrus scroll from Herculaneum, which was damaged during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. He's also interned at SpaceX. Now, I'm going to assume, and I know, according to AOC, moron alert, right? She was, blowing a cook in the back at that age, but let's be real. Everyone who was a bartender was, right? But anyway, the point is, I'm pretty sure to get an intern at SpaceX, they probably have quite a few applicants. I would imagine decent job. I would imagine you'd have to be pretty good at things like, I don't know, math, right? To be able to get an AI to decipher. If you guys haven't watched this story, go YouTube stories on Luke Ferretor. Very nerdy, smart kid. Definitely trust him to be able to find if they're spending, money on trans theaters in Colombia, right? He could probably find that line item. Guaranteed. He can read. Okay? He can read English. Not dumb. Ethan Choutran. Now, this one should be a shoe-in. I'm not going to say why. But he definitely knows math. Okay? But let's just double check. Let's see what old Ethan does. He is currently a senior at Harvard studying computer science. He cross-registered at MIT. Founder of Energize AI, which develops scheduling assistance for professionals. Author of several AI books, inventor of 4 patents related to computer vision and logistical systems. Affiliations and achievements. He was the runner-up at participating in hackathons organized by XAI Must AI Company. Edge Computing Lab worked on autonomous vehicles, contributing to research that caught Must's attention. Served as a board member for various Harvard clubs, including the Computer Society, Ventures, and Mountaineering Club. So, real cool guy. Okay. However, if all that we care about is his ability to find condoms going to Gaza on a line item sheet, do we have the capability to do this? We do. And last but not least, old Edward Coristine. And I don't even remember if I looked him up. I did. This is the 19-year-old, okay? This is the young one. Now, sadly, he's only in his first year at Northeastern, majoring in mechanical engineering and physics. He only worked at Neuralink as an intern. He's only listed as the founder and CEO of Diamond CDN, a venture aimed at protecting online presence with infrastructure solutions. So basically, this guy has the least credentials of the 4 by having Neuralink on his resume. Okay. Now, this is also the guy who was known as Big Balls on LinkedIn. Okay. Now, and I know this guy's come under some scrutiny, but guys, when I was 19, like, I'm trying to think what my Xbox account name was for like 15 years. My account name, I think, was Slightly Ejaculated, but the 8 was in the ejac. So it was like ejaculated, right? So I didn't get in trouble. And that way, like this is the kind of dumb shit guys do when they're young, right? Like, all of us have done way worse things than named ourselves Big Balls. Okay. Not an issue. He's 19. Now, again, do we need top secret security clearance for 19-year-olds? Arguable offense. However, being able to read documents, to find line items for Sesame Street in Israel and spending $25 million on that? Yeah. So what's really happening here? Why are they so angry? Right? Well, 2 reasons that I can think of. The first and most obvious is because all of their little rat holes where they were getting money from are being found to the tune of billions and I think they're at like what, $500 billion they've already found in DOGE in 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know about you, but if I had a bunch of pipes coming in and they started getting shut off, I'd be real mad too. So here's what I want you to do over the next 2 years that Elon's going to do this, because Elon's not going to stop. Okay? Is the first thing I want you to do is notice who gets mad. Because anyone who gets mad that we're stopping funding for some of the stupid shit that they're doing are the people receiving the money. There was a poll that came out yesterday. Do you support our tax dollars going to trans programs in Cambodia? It was 99% no. Every American, outside of probably the one person who was getting the money, was against this. So the only people who are against this and outraged are the people it affects, which in this scenario are absolute scum. Okay? And the second reason, and the most important thing that we should keep in mind, is there's 2 people that the Biden administration had, and I want to bring them to your attention. The first one is this fucker. Remember this guy? Sam, who was in charge of nuclear waste or something like that, waste disposal in the government. This guy, unless he was swallowing it, I don't know what his credentials were for doing that. And then there's one other one, guys. There's one other major hire, and this is the one that they were fighting about because our good buddy RFK got hired. And that's this dude. Yeah. This was your Department of Health. The clown show's over, folks. Welcome back to America. Let's go play some games.